Global net emission of carbon dioxide need to fall by about 45% from 2010 levels by 2030, reaching net zero around 2050. To curb the adverse effect of global warming, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change recommends limiting the global temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius by the end of the 21st century, which implies the need to achieve carbon neutrality by mid-century. This has created a large demand for the financing instruments that support the global green transition. Finance, sustainable finance, green bonds, green portfolios, green investments, eco-friendly investments, net zero finance. These are all words being used by banks and other financial institutions to demonstrate their commitments and claims to supporting the global green transition. But are they being truthful, honest, and transparent? Or are they being misleading or misrepresenting or dishonest? Greenwashing is an amorphous concept that varies by product, service, regulator, and jurisdiction. It is generally understood to be either the practice of making misleading or exaggerated ESG claims, or including information within environmental statements regarding the sustainability of an organization's business practices, products, or services that overstates green transition achievements. Greenwashing presents a significant obstacle to tackling climate change. However, there is no harmonized or global definition of greenwashing. According to the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, greenwashing is marketing that portrays an organization's product, activities, or policies as producing positive environmental outcomes when this is not the case. The International Organization of Securities Commission labels greenwashing as an attempt to capitalize on the growing demand for environmentally sound products as the practice of misrepresenting the sustainability-related features of an investment product. European supervisory authorities understand greenwashing as a practice whereby sustainability-related statements, declarations, actions, or communications do not clearly and fairly reflect the underlying sustainability profile of an entity, a financial product, or financial services. This practice may be misleading to consumers, investors, or other market participants. Based on the European Supervisory Authority's definition, greenwashing can be intentional or inadvertent. Sustainability-related claims can relate to any aspect of an entity or product, including governance, strategy, objectives, targets, metrics, and performance. The lack of definitional precision risks the sustainability-linked claims of banks and financial institutions as being treated as greenwashing by some regulators, but not all regulators. Despite the variation in definitions, a common theme that can be settled is that greenwashing is about misrepresentation, misstatements, and false or misleading practices in relation to ESG credentials. It is a practice wherein companies make false or exaggerated claims about their environmental responsibilities by selectively disclosing information or presenting misleading narratives. By misleading the public to believe that a company or entity is doing more to protect the environment than it actually does, greenwashing promotes false solutions to the climate crisis that distract from and delay concrete and credible actions. Carbon emission nearly by half in 2030 and to reduce to net zero by 2050 has created a large demand for financing instruments that support the global green transition. Greenwashing is a side effect that can occur in any stage of the sustainable finance value chain. Greenwashing can be driven by various factors such as competition, regulatory requirements, non-governmental organization and media scrutiny, imperfect information, or by the entity itself. Fear of being left behind by competitors or pressure from consumers and investors may force a firm to make environmentally friendly statements or claims to offer environmentally friendly products or services that are not true. As more and more minimum regulatory requirements come on stream, the lack of appropriate supervision can also lead to greenwashing. Additionally, inconsistencies or lack of relevant legal framework, as well as a perceived low likelihood of penalty or sanction, can contribute to greenwashing. Also, increased scrutinies from NGOs and the media may create an adverse incentive for firms to focus their communication on sustainability while ignoring or downplaying the environmentally harmful part of their business. Greenwashing undermines the credibility of efforts to reduce emission and to address the climate crisis. Deceptive marketing, false claims of sustainability will mislead consumers, investors, and the public. In turn, this will hamper the trust, ambition, and actions needed to transition to a low-carbon economy and will harm the reputation of the financial industry. We must address greenwashing. Thank you for listening and for reading our blogs on greenwashing. In our next recording, we will share what is being done to address greenwashing.